All right, so here's what's going on. I bought a f***ing house. Hey, oh, yeah. Thank you. Hey, yeah, Joey, couldn't have done without you, buddy. I don't know anybody named Joey. So I bought a house, an abode, a dwelling, and listen, it is all thanks to you, the fashion community, my love for fashion. I never dreamed that it could provide me something so incredible, and I'm just kidding, okay? Being into fashion, if anything, it made this entire process a million times harder because when you have, for many, many years, poured all of your money into something as ephemeral and illiquid as luxury clothing, it makes it kind of hard to buy other things, especially other really expensive things. And I don't know if you've been keeping track of the market out there, but houses are really expensive. But listen, I could not be more thrilled. I have a beautiful home with my beautiful wife. Everything's going well. I'm such an adult, y'all. But it does mean that some things are gonna change. When you get a house, you kind of gotta put your focus on the house. And by focus, I mean money. So here's how things are gonna go, okay? Today, I have a really cool video for you. You're gonna wanna strap in and watch this one because this is the last hurrah of pickups. That's right, I think I'm gonna be way slowing down the amount of crazy luxury pieces that I get in hand, so I really wanted to show you some wild stuff here before we send it off into the sunset. So that's today's video, but also next week, I will be posting a very, very special video because if any of you have ever watched any of my other videos, you've probably seen some pretty wild pieces that I own, and it's time to let go of those, I think, at least many of them. So next week's video, I will be doing a Sell-a-Palooza and showing you all of the craziest stuff I have for sale, and I will be giving you very, very special exclusive prices on those pieces, prices that I would normally save for just my Discord and the people that are patrons of the channel, but for that video and that video only, I will open up those insane prices to you all. But back to today's video, I have been saving up for you some wild pieces. I've got 2 pairs of shoes, an insane hoodie, and 2 pieces of crazy jewelry today. We're talking about designers like Chrome Hearts, Rick Owens, and more. So make sure you stick with me as we check out the details of these pieces as we send off this beautiful, beautiful channel, because I will, after next week's video, be retiring forever. I'm just razzing you. Joey, I had you worried for a second. I know. I'm not going anywhere, Joey.
Let's go!
Joey, that guy. I don't know anyone named Joey. I don't know why I keep saying that. No, all I'm saying is that the channel will be taking things from a slightly different perspective going forward. But please, please celebrate with me as we look at these final incredible new pieces that we have in hand. Pickups. I love some good pickups, you guys. I wish I could do pickups every day. I almost do, but no. Okay, I have 4 pieces to show you. Well, technically 5, actually. This is a twofer. We have 2 pairs of shoes, a hoodie, and 2 pieces of jewelry. I'm so excited for every single one of these, but since we have 2 pairs of shoes, I think it makes sense. Let's start with one of these. Let's start with the baddie on top right here. And yeah, it's a bit beat, whatever. All right, obviously right here we have a pair of shoes from Rick Owens Dark Shadow, the diffusion line. Really, like Dark Shadow and regular mainline Rick Owens, they're like the same thing. It's not like most brands' diffusion lines. Okay, anyway, you may have noticed on the channel we've been doing less Rick than usual, and that's actually because I've mostly been getting out of Rick Owens. It doesn't fit that well into my like current aesthetic. It's so close, but it's not quite there. But one thing that's always worked regardless of style is the footwear. It's just so good and it's quite versatile. So there's actually one piece of Rick Owens footwear that I've never owned before, and that is a good old pair of Ramones. I've got abstract Ramones, but it's just like not quite the same, you know? Also low top Ramones, unquestionably worse than high top. Let's just be real here. So when a homie in the Discord offered me his pair of Ramones, and by the way, great reason to join the Discord. I got a great deal on these because people are in there selling stuff. I'm selling stuff for crazy prices. Join the Patreon so you can get in the Discord. Anyway, thanks to the Discord, I got this pair right here. 43, my size, right? Chalk white, sample, made in Italy, high top, Rick Owens Ramones. Okay, so these are gonna be interesting. Let's see what we got. I'm already gonna tell you, they're cooked. I knew that going in, so don't make fun of me. There's nothing wrong with some cooked Ramones, okay? Whoa, hell yeah. Okay, let's get these out. Oh man, sample Rick Owens is so fun. Regular Rick Owens, okay, great. Sample when he's on his bullshit, you know what I mean? It's so good, okay. So like I said, cooked, okay, we get it. But I think the toe caps are leather. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm pretty sure that's the case. Always super cool. And then on these, it looks like the tongue is leather as well. But then the body of these bad boys is like a tight canvas or maybe a nylon type of thing. But right here, he's doing his kind of like throat sort of stitched acetate type stuff. He's done a lot of shirts and jackets out of this fabric, but he's putting the raw edges into the seams of the shoes. So it's almost like they started covered with something with like panels of these, and then they were just roughly cut out. So you can see that goes like along the edges, over the zipper, and back down. Two kind of vent holes right here in that classic Rick Owens zipper all the way down the inside of the ankle. Dark shadow tag inside the tongue. And if you unzip the zipper right here, it's backed with leather, as all good things are, and you get that it's made in Italy, all that good stuff. I love this. They're like pre-beaten. They're my new beaters. I always love having a good pair of beaters that I just don't feel bad about wearing into the ground. I'm down with these. So including these was really just an ad for the Patreon, because don't you want these? Yes, you do. Get in there. All right, next up here, let's look at the hoodie. And you may think, okay, you know what? It's a black hoodie. No big deal. Why are you even including this in a video? And yeah, the front, it is just a plain zip-up hoodie, but the zipper, first of all, yeah, bitches, that's a dagger, okay? That's a goddamn sterling silver chrome hearts dagger. You feel me? Now you're interested? Let's hang it up. So what we have here is a dope, super vintage, kind of like cropped zip-up chrome hearts hoodie in black here. First of all, we got raglan sleeves, okay? All my homies love raglan. And as we already saw, it's got these dagger zip going down the front, but other than that, pretty standard hood, drawstrings, yada, yada, yada. Okay, what's the big deal? What's so special about a zip-up chrome hoodie with the dagger? It's like a starter hoodie, right? Wrong.
Wrong.
Let's turn it around. You ready for that? Want me to get a bit closer? Let's get a bit closer. Okay, it's a little blocked by the hood. Let's unblock that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So clearly, this one is a leather cross-patched, back-patched hoodie right here. Stitching, coming undone a little bit. This thing is so old. We'll look at the tag soon because those are crazy too. But yo, the CH, inside a cross, inside a bigger cross, all sorts of like floral, detailing, gothic stuff. This is where it's at. I'm crazy about this right here. And then underneath that, right here at the hem in the back, a big old sterling silver scroll logo piece right here. Super dope. And it's like heavy too. It's super heavy and chunky. So what they actually had to do was like back it with leather and then rivet it in. How crazy is that, right? And I also mentioned how crazy vintage this piece is. So let me just show you this. The tags are crazy, okay? So we unzip the dagger zip, love it. And at the back of the neck, you know, not too crazy, just like a chrome hearts tag right here. Sure, it looks kind of old, but whatever, right? Like, nah, it's got the like ancient made in USA kind of, I don't know, like jacquard label right here. 100% cotton, made in USA. This is tagged a size large. I'm gonna have to assume that this was women's, which is totally fine by me. It's how you get the cropped cut, which I love, but goddamn, that is an old Chrome Hearts tag and an old Chrome Hearts hoodie. So this is a hoodie that just kind of hides its power level. You know what I mean? From the front, nothing too crazy, but the back, whoo! Whenever you've got Chrome Hearts and leather patches, you know you're going crazy. All right, we're down to 2 pieces. I'm gonna save the jewelry for last because these things are insane, but equally insane is what I have in this box. And as you can see, this is from Maison Mihara Yasuhiro, Japanese designer. One of the like really underrated favorites. If you're into Japanese design, archival Japanese stuff, like punk influenced designer fashion, Mihara Yasuhiro is like goated and has been around for so long. These are the Peterson 23 low top sneakers in black, size 42. We'll definitely talk about sizing later. But this right here doesn't give you all the details. These are way crazier than just some regular low-top sneakers, okay? So let's see what's in here. Moment of truth. And you can't see it. Okay, well, what else is in here? We've got some logo paper here, Mihara Yasuhiro. Let's start undoing this here one by one. Oh my God, the sneakers are in bags too. Nice packing, Mihara Yasuhiro, okay? All right, inside this bag, ooh, I see studs, I see metal. Yes. All right, let's get these out. So these right here are a new take on the classic MMY sneaker silhouette that he's been doing for years and years now. And you've probably seen a style like this around. He loves doing these kind of like clay-like deformed soles. Very interesting. Obviously, this one is kind of based on Converse, but he's got some that are more like Vans, stuff like that. But the Converse styles were always my favorite. And these have been popular, this sole style, for quite a long time now, but I never pulled the trigger because while I was always interested and thought it was intriguing, when it comes to like deformed, weird rotted sneaker styles, I've always been more of a Margiela dead stock kind of guy, those Jordan-y ones. But when I saw this past season that he was doing them with all over studding, I was like, this is the pair. This is the one to go with, and I'm so glad I did. So as you can see, they're kind of like pre-distressed, pre-dirtied up, very much intentionally so. And then the main effect they've done with this one is obviously these alternating kind of spiky and flattened studs here all over. They go for the sides, the back, they just give space for the counter, and the inside as well. You can see you've got the logo pressed in at the back of the midsole. And then the laces, they kind of remind me of like the Rick Owens jumbo laces, which I've always been a fan of. But these ones that are super, super chunky, they really are a statement piece, to put it lightly. But at the same time, they're utilizing this classic look, so it also works well into probably fits that you're already utilizing. You've got some nice clean branding at the tongue, a really nice cushy insole as well, I love that. And that, of course, has some branding as well. And then I love this inside, the tongue, it says sublime meets ridiculous. And that's probably the best description of MMY sneakers that you're ever gonna find. The one thing I'll say that really bums me out, cool sole, by the way, but you can see that these are made in China. They are a $525 sneaker, which seems a bit expensive for made in China stuff, but I don't know. I mean, Balenciaga also does their sneakers in China, and those cost like $1,200 at this point. But for $525, especially MMY is a Japanese brand, I would love to see these made in Japan. I'd be willing to pay more for them if they were made in Japan. So that would be my one wish. But as they are, very, very cool, and I'm excited to try them out and see if I can work them into fits for real, because they're extra, you know? Okay, last but absolutely not least are two pieces of jewelry from the brand KPST. Now, they were kind enough to send me these, but I wouldn't be putting them in a video and covering them if I didn't actually like them. So with that said, KPST, they use, oh, I'm gonna have to blur that, by the way. Yeah, it comes with this. If you wanna see it unblurred, you'll have to buy it, I guess. But the brand, it's KPST, but they use Cyrillic, like Russian lettering, the alphabet. So in practice, KPST actually looks like more like KNCT in kind of English language lettering. I can't speak. Yes, I can. I can speak, I promise. But I really couldn't help myself here. You can see I already opened these because I was so curious about what was going on here, because basically just these two tins showed up. I'm like, tins? Did I order dip? You know what I mean? But no, this is crazy. It's like pull tab tins with the branding on it, kind of like intentionally distressed. And then of course it came with the stickers and the little postcard here, but it also came with a couple envelopes, and that gives us some hints. And while each of these is mostly in Russian, you can glean some good info from it, like sizing, as well as right here you can see 925, so you can assume that probably means 925 sterling silver. So with that said, I think we can see what's going on in these tins here. So imagine you're opening this up for the first time. You pop the tin, you spread it open, and inside here, there are a bunch of little crystals that are covering the little kind of like velvet case for the individual piece of jewelry. So that's some of the craziest packaging that I've ever seen in my entire life. It is original and unique, if nothing else. And after opening both of those tins, we are left with two individual pieces of jewelry, so let's get them out. Logos on the cases, by the way, the packaging is just crazy. A lot of effort put into this, clearly. But here are the two pieces we got. I've got a ring and a necklace here. And you can tell they're going for a certain sort of like, I don't know, Russian gangster type of vibe. And the red obviously invoking some kind of Soviet type of stuff as well. The star too, this motif, this ring is incredible. And the star in red, of course, is a Soviet thing, but by cutting off the edge of it, they're subverting it in a way. And I think, if I had to guess, that's because they're not really interested in promoting the Soviet Union, but more using its iconography and commenting on it. So by lopping off the corner, you're kind of making a commentary on the fallen state, you know? And as you can see, the details here are crazy. And this is really impressive. The prices are not bad, and the stuff is made in Germany. So it's not like cheap Chinese trash, you know, drop-shipped weird stuff. This is a real brand that's getting up and running here, and the stuff's pretty impressive. Like, the details inside that star are pretty cool. And there's even more detailing going around, like this little, I don't know, garnishing going around the edges, right? And all this lettering here. It's like a really nice kind of signet style ring. So I feel like this will work quite well into my stack. It's the only colored piece of jewelry I have, but I think that like dark ruby red will work really well with my other stuff. And then there's the necklace, the gambler's necklace, the dice necklace, right? Well, starting off with the chain itself, again, there's a lot going on here. You've got a lot of pretty intricate engraving here with the logo, and then a really nice like sterling silver rope style chain. Even the clasp is engraved. And then you've got like multiple discrete places where you could clasp it if you want to, so you can adjust the sizing. And then you have the die themselves, and the details here, again, insane. The K and C, whatever you call it in Cyrillic, have their own little gems inside to add some pops of color. You've got like edges of the die lopped off, so you've got a consistent, I don't know, design philosophy and motif across the pieces. And then the holes for the chain are stars. So I think this is like a pretty new brand, but the art direction, the design, the quality of the pieces, the materials and construction itself, again, throwing in all of the packaging and stuff that came with this, blurred again. This was just a pretty insane package to receive, and I'm so glad I did. I can see myself wearing both of these, so KPST, thank you. Check them out. All right, we've checked out all of the details. Thank you for sticking with me. The best part is still to come, though, because we have to try these pieces on. It's one thing to look at the details, but what do they look like on the human form? It's time to find out. Let's go. All right, let's get it going. I know I usually start in my undies, and y'all are so sad to see that not happening today, but we got a bunch of stuff to try on. I figured we'd start off with the base fit put together. So we've got two things going on here so far. First, we have the Christiane F. ERD t-shirt. This is a much older t-shirt from Enfant Riche de Primé with the Christiane F graphic at the front in this really interesting green color that they haven't really used before or since. I also kind of like the baby doll cut as well. It's a little on the tighter side. And then I've also thrown on my GOA, like distressed, pierced Japanese denim pants, jeans in black. They've got a nice skinny fit that then flares out at the ankle. It works really well with a wide variety of things. I've also got my usual stack of jewelry on. It is comprised mostly of ERD and chrome hearts pieces. I know we'll be adding to this stack with the red KPST ring, so definitely wanted to start off with these. Oh, and I also have a fur patch on the jeans, because why not? Why not add some real fur to the jeans for some reason? All right, that's enough of that. Let's get it going. First, we need some shoes on here, okay? And we're gonna start off with the Rick Owens Sample Ramones. I have no idea how these colors are gonna work. It does have some kind of earthy colors in that trim that it has, and I'm hoping that works well with the t-shirt at least. I guess we'll see. All right, putting these on, first of all, I love the inside zip on the Ramones. They're so easy to get on and off, so much easier than many high top sneakers like a, you know, Chuck Taylor or something. Oof, compared to that, this is a dream. Anyway, interesting. I really like the feel of these. I really like the look of them. They look a little bit more low-key than they are. They don't look like hyper luxury shoes, especially when you cover them with like a flared jean, and they just look like some simple kind of sporty casual sneakers. But it's very much like an if you know kind of thing, right? I'd say the fit is maybe just barely over larger than true to size. Geo baskets, I would say, are quite large, and these are a little step smaller than Geos. All right, let's move right along and get to the jewelry. Let's put on these KPST Russian Soviet influenced pieces. So we have got the gambler's chain and the star ring, both with red accent gems. And throwing them on, I've got nothing to complain about. I really like the length of the necklace. I don't really have any other necklaces that sit at quite this place on the neck. It's not like super low hanging, but it's also not choker by any means. And the way that the dice kind of curve around naturally frames your neck and collar quite well. And the ring is sick. I love the way it stacks with the stuff that I've already got going on. I'm gonna wear this thing all the time. It's gonna be part of my normal rotation now for rings. So again, KPST, very cool up and coming brand. I'm very excited to see what they do next. And thank you to them for sending this stuff to me. All right, moving it along. You gotta do the chrome hearts. I'm excited for the chrome hearts. I'm scared for the chrome hearts. We knew it was cropped. We knew it's kind of a small piece. So will it even fit? Will it be comfortable? It's so old, it's ancient, right? It's super vintage. Let's find out. All right, putting it on, listen, that dagger zip is buttery smooth. I have no complaints there whatsoever. I did tuck in the t-shirt because with a cropped hoodie, I don't like the t-shirt coming out underneath. Some people, they can pull it off. I don't really like it. And you know what? First thing, I am so happy to say that the sleeves are long enough. There's nothing I hate more than a too short sleeve. It's pretty much unwearable to me, but these sleeves are like the perfect length. I like the way it sits and opens up when you have it unzipped. It really lets your kind of t-shirt shine. If you have a graphic going on or a nice color or something, it opens up really, really tastefully. I especially like the way it looks kind of with the hands in the pockets, casual, chilling, you know? And if I turn around, getting a look at that back patch, ooh, it looks good. I don't know if it looks like I'm Christian. I'm a crazy Christian. I'm proselytizing to everybody. Is that how you say that word? I don't know if I've ever said it out loud. I also like the hood, a little bit of a point to the top back of the hood, kind of like wizard vibes. I don't know, I'm down with it. I also love where the crop falls on the back and it kind of arches a bit over the lower back. So good. All right, let's move this along. We're gonna do the MMY sneakers. We've loved you, Rick Owens Ramones, but we gotta swap you out. We've got the studded MMYs. Let's see how these work out. I did get these in a size 42 because I went and tried them on at the Webster in New York, and the 43s were like clown shoe levels of big. So definitely, I think you gotta size down on these potentially, especially if you're between sizes. All right, putting these on, this is definitely a much more intentional type of fit. The Ramones are casual, kind of like just throwing a fit together, almost like you don't even care and you're not thinking about what you're wearing. These really say, I am thinking about what I'm wearing. You know what I mean? But honestly, with the pieces that we have on, these work a lot better, to be honest with you. The kind of like off-white gray of the clay sole mixing in with the Christiane F graphic of her face, it actually works really surprisingly well. And the studs play really well off the piercings in the jeans. So I do think these are the right choice for this fit. And thankfully they fit great. I usually wear a 43, but again, these are a 42. They're staying on well. They don't feel overly tight and they don't feel overly chunky and clown shoey, because there's nothing worse, honestly, than when you put together a fit and you wear some chunky shoes and you just look like ridiculous clown-like, you know? So yeah, I don't think these are gonna work for everything, but in the right fit, I think these shoes from MMY could do wonders. Now, if he just starts making them in effing Japan, because he's a Japanese designer, instead of doing it in China, yeah, then we'd be golden. I would 100% recommend these. Now, I would just say, maybe you can get them a little cheaper than retail, you know, maybe they're worth it, whatever, but you know, we'll leave that aside for now. My anti-China bias is showing. Anti-Chinese manufacturing and factories, because you never know what the quality is and what the labor standards are. Okay, that's enough of that. So this is the fit. This is the final set of pickups for some time for me, because once again, reminding you, I bought a house, okay? You can have all the chrome hearts in the world that you want, but it takes a lot of chrome hearts to equal up to the value of an effing house, especially in 2025. So next week, we've got the sale video, and from there on, we'll be doing a lot more kind of opinion, video, essay type of stuff on fashion. I think it's honestly gonna be better. I'm really excited. So again, thank you guys. All right, that's the video. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all being here so much. Make sure you like, subscribe to all these engagement-y things that help me in the YouTube algorithm. Join the Patreon. And again, next week, we'll be doing the crazy sale video where I will sell you my stuff for way cheaper than I should. And then we'll see where it goes from there. Thank you all. I love you so much. I appreciate you. See you next time.